Hey guys, John here, and today I'm in Spain. It's flipping roasting, I'm in Barcelona, and I've come to Selmac, one of the biggest power tool dealers, especially Milwaukee and Festool. So I've got to stop by, see what they've got. They've got a huge floor full of Milwaukee stuff, and I thought there's got to be some bits I've not seen before. So let's head inside and see what cool tools, interesting tools they've got for sale that we don't see in the UK or I've not seen before. So let's go and have a look. Wow, you have a lot of stuff. Got the full collection of stuff here, so we've got all the grinders. We've got a huge range of Milwaukee stuff. Didn't know Milwaukee had so many levels. They actually have Milwaukee Tools stock here. You don't see them very often, I can tell you. And that's a composite one. A mini tape measure with an LED in it. You don't see that either. Looks like they haven't got the US made screwdrivers yet. These are your classic ones. Interesting to know though that the packouts are black in Spain. These are one of my favourites. Bolt croppers with the collapsible handle. Twist that, and then they go down and go a lot smaller. I've actually already got a pair of those. Oh, found some packout foam inserts. Not quite as good as shadow foam. I do rate the Milwaukee pliers and stuff. Everything's made in Germany. All of these say made in Germany on, which is smart. What have we got here? The multi-purpose multi-stripper, the electrician scissors for $39. Never looked at that. And the electrician scissors. They are something I think I'll have to grab. Never ever used electrician scissors. This is the most complete store of Milwaukee stuff I think I've ever seen. Something a bit interesting. The Inkzall stylus and job site marker. Again, that's not something I've seen before in Milwaukee. Don't know if they have different stuff over here or what, but that's pretty different. And that is definitely a winner. A 3 metre tape, but with an LED on it. We've got a little 2 metre tape that we picked up in America. I definitely didn't see a 3 metre with an LED on it though. And I didn't see the Zoll stocks on general sale. I think that'll definitely have to be a pickup for the collection. These levels look plastic, but they're actually solid metal. I don't know if it's the red that makes them all plastic and cheaper. Got a billet level. Oh, look at that one. That's a tape measure with a floodlight on it. Studs. So this one is for specific measuring between stud gaps. I think the one with the headlight on it though is the winner. And you've got a little one and a big one. I think we can get some of those too. The normal Inkzall right on any surface too, but I've never seen this thing. Over to the Festool section. Never had the budget to go for Festool tools. It doesn't mean I don't rate them. Rob and John Atkinsons of Cheshire have done a lot of work with me. Use all Festool. Don't see any Festool hand tools though. I do like the sustainers. Another little Quirky I've not seen before. 4-in-1 screwdriver. Maybe I've just missed it because it's so small. I think that's another one we could pick up and give a go. Right, well that's all Milwaukee. Let's get back to the UK. So I'm fresh back from Spain, and Selmac is an absolute goldmine of tools. What a cool shop that was. It wasn't part of my planned trip to Barcelona. I was literally there for another reason, and I did pop into a Leroy Merlin over there. I'm always looking in the hardware shops, and I drove past this estate, saw the big Milwaukee logo and a Stihl logo, and thought, I've got to go and have a look in there. I can't drive past the tool store and not have a look. So found some cool bits. I've got a full bag of Milwaukee goodies here. Sadly, they didn't have much from Stihl, except for, let me show you, I'll go rummaging through the bag. A Zoll stock. You know how it is, we've got to pick up the Zoll stock when I see it, and I thought a Stihl one, where else am I going to get one of those other than a Stihl dealer? And I've not seen a Stihl dealer with an actual shop in the UK before. There probably is, it's not a brand I'm usually on the lookout for. So that is my first pickup, a Stihl Zoll stock, and on top of that, I got a Milwaukee Zoll stock, and that's what it was all about, Milwaukee Tools. They had pretty much one floor of Stihl stuff. Stihl stuff? Everything was Stihl, nothing was moving. One full floor of Stihl chainsaws and accessories and stuff, and then one full floor of Milwaukee with a little bit of Festool in the corner. But I found some absolute banging Milwaukee tools, things that I've never seen in the UK. Now, if I can find them online, I will put links to them in the description, but I've never seen them before in the shops and the stores that I go to. And I'll tell you what, parking outside of Selmac was absolutely mental. Pulled onto this estate and it was just cars everywhere. In the end, I managed to find parking. I had to kind of reverse up a curb, went in the shop, found all the tools, came out, and I was parked in. There was a car literally blocking me entirely. There was nowhere to go. And this estate, I was kind of knocking on doors, trying to find someone to let me out. And then this disgruntled looking Spaniard came out, pulling a face at me, and he kindly got out of the way. But I tell you, it's nothing quite like Spanish parking. I don't know if you've ever been to like an industrial estate on Spain, but it was literally everywhere you could fit a car, there was a car. Double park, triple park, the place was just crazy. But I managed it. I got in there, got out there, and the staff at the store were super, super friendly. Even though they didn't speak a huge amount of English, they did the best. I had a good chat with them, and they kind of showed me some of the quirky stuff they had as well. So shout out to Selmac. Thanks for having me at your store. And I've got a full bag here, and I've boiled it down into a top 5 Milwaukee tools that you can't find in the UK. Let me start you off with number 5. So first on the list is a Milwaukee Inkzall. Now I've seen Inkzalls before, but I've never seen this one. This is their stylus job site marker. So it's a simple tool, but it's a bit different. It's got a cap on the end. It works as a stylus, but then it's obviously also their really good Inkzall. And if you didn't know, this can write on anything. It says it doesn't clog resistant, writes on dust, writes on oily wet surfaces. And I just thought this thing is ideal for if you're working with gloves on and it's cold, you don't want to take the gloves off, or your hands are all messy and dirty. I've usually always got a permanent marker on me, so having that in your little pouch, but the ability to kind of take that out and then use it on your phone, and it's a little bit more accurate than a glove. Some of these gloves now will work as touch resistant, but they're a little bit kind of clunky, trying to press a button or a letter on your phone. So I like that. I thought that was a pretty quirky pickup. I also got 5 of their standard Inkzalls, and actually picked these up in the UK after the fact, because I thought these would be quite a nice little simple giveaway. Who can't use a really decent permanent marker? So I picked up 5 Inkzalls for our giveaway. You know how we like to do giveaways on this channel. I always go for 5 items because I feel like that's enough winners for everyone to have a good chance. And the way we pick the winners is just using a random comment picker. So all you've got to do is drop a comment below this video. All those comments get entered into our random comment picker in one of our future videos, and then we ship the prize over to you wherever you are in the world. Nobody misses out on our channel. So that's the first little pickup. Inkzall in at number 5, and then an Inkzall pen as part of our giveaway. So that's number 5. Let me show you number 4. In number 4, we've got the Milwaukee Precision multi-bit driver. Now, this thing, 4-in-1, I have searched this one up. Since getting back to the UK, I searched this one up and I was able to find it in the UK. Like I said earlier, anything that I can find in the UK now, after the fact, I'll put links in the descriptions, because basically my tool hunt is based on what I've seen before. I'm looking around the shops looking for different stuff, and there are some of these things on Quirky websites, tool websites, so you can get some of them in the UK, and anything that you can, we'll put links. This is their 4-in-1 Precision multi-bit driver, and essentially it looks quite unsuspecting, doesn't it really? It just looks like a normal screwdriver with like a little watchmaker's end on it for making it easy to undo screws. But the bit flips over, so straight away you've got 2-in-1 there, because you've got like a little flat head and a little Phillips, and that rotates, but the whole shaft pulls out and rotates, and then the bit on the other side rotates. So you've got 4-in-1, lovely little screwdriver. It's a nice solid screwdriver, and it's not got a really bulky end on it, so you can actually use it to get into tight spaces, and the whole shaft rotates. So you have got 4-in-1, but not just like a crummy 4-in-1, it's 4 decent little screwdrivers in one. So that's a pretty cool item. Got that one for the compact toolkit. That is number 4. Let me show you number 3. Next up, we've got the Milwaukee 4-in-1 multi-purpose stripper. Now, when it comes to stripping cables, I usually just use a pair of snips, or I've got my Knipex combi cutters, which I really like. So I've never really used a combi cutter like this, but I just thought I was on the lookout for something a bit different, and I think a 4-in-1 cable stripper, for me, being an electrician, is something to look at. So essentially, I've got some cable here. You've got kind of on one end, like a spring-loaded knife here. So if you want to like strip back the sleeve in on a cable, you slot that in there, pull it down, and it kind of strips. And the good thing is you can wind that knife in and out more to make sure you're not cutting too deep, because what you don't want to do is cut into your cable and show the metal. There's lots of different versions of these, but I've never seen the Milwaukee one. On the other side, you basically can strip the individual cores. So we've got a 1.5mm cable here, so we go for 1.5mm, and literally just clamp that in there and pull it back, and you can see it bears the wire. Has it got a little depth device on it? Not really, so you just set it to however you want, and it can obviously go as deep as literally like 25-30mm there. The third use for it is on the end here. You've got a pair of knives, and they're to pull the end off a cable all in one go rather than stripping it back. So that's pretty nifty. So you can do that and then splay the cores. This would be quite handy for like downlights or something where you're doing loads of these really quickly and you just need to strip a bunch of cables quite quickly. So that's the third use. You can take the outer sleeve off, strip the individual cables. Where is the fourth thing? So we've got 1 there, 2 there, 3 there. I'm not sure what the fourth thing is. It definitely says 4-in-1. It's only got 3 pictures. Answers on a postcard. That's pretty cool though. That is the 3-in-1 stripper with a 4th mystery use case. Maybe it's a hammer, I'm not sure. That's number 3. Let me show you number 2. So number 2 on the list is another electrical tool, and these two actually came in a bit of a bundle. I'll put a picture. There was like an A4 slip and they had these two in like an electrical bundle offer, so couldn't resist. I've never used electrician scissors ever. Never really felt like there was a requirement for them or that I would need them. But I thought as part of this offer, I thought let's get it, because again, this is like a multi-tool. It's not just one thing. You've got a crimper built in, you've got cable shears built in, and then you've got scissors. And getting them out of the packet, you can feel they are really quite heavy and solid. They're not like a weak pair of scissors. You know, sometimes you pick up scissors and the handles feel like they're going to squeeze and compress. They do not feel like that at all. And they can cut cable quite easily, even without a lot of torque. Pretty nifty, happy to have those in my toolkit. I'll give them a proper test maybe on the next job, but that is number 2. Let me show you number 1. So on to number 1, my number 1 pick is a tape measure. But it ain't just any tape measure, this is a tape measure with headlights. Have you ever seen a tape measure with headlights? I thought this was an absolute beauty of a pick, because it's not only just a tape measure with headlights, it's an adjustable headlight, and it's a nice like high-vis tape with rear vertical writing on it too. So it's actually got something called an architectural scale as well, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Magnetic on the end, it's got like a dual tip on it as well, and it's got a battery built in, so you charge it with micro USB. What is the world coming to? You can get a tape measure now that comes with a USB lead. Look at that. And they didn't just have this one. This is one I picked up, the first one I saw. And on further investigation, they had this little beauty here. And this is a 3-meter pocket tape. And this also has got a little headlight on it. A little LED torch. Just so when you're measuring, you can see exactly what you're reading. I just thought, it doesn't need a lot of light, does it? Literally, when you're measuring something in a bit of a dark alcove, the only bit you need to see is the measurement. And how perfect is that you've got the little light shine on that. And I didn't just buy one, I bought 6, because again, I've never seen these in the UK. I thought that is a great little giveaway, that is. So I've got 1 for me, 5 for the giveaway, plus the 5 pens. You know what to do. If you want a little tape measure with an LED and an Inkzall from Milwaukee, drop a comment down below, talking tools. Any of these Milwaukee tools stand out to you? Because there's some little beauties here, and Milwaukee have got a big range of stuff. They're always adding to their range. So anything new you've seen that's a bit interesting, let me know in the comments and you'll be entered. And you've also got to make sure you're subscribed to the Shadow Foam channel. So click the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and while you're at it, go over to our new channel, all about toolboxes. If you're not aware of the new channel, you're missing out on something, because there's some great toolbox content over there. Go and subscribe, and that really helps us out. So that's my top 5 picks. Little Brucey bonus that I saw over there in the shop, but I already had one, is this. I just thought I'd show it you, because this was in the shop over there, and every time I see it, I'm kind of reminded of how cool it is. And this is a pair of bolt croppers, but the handle, you twist this and it drops down, and then you've got a lot more torque. Because if you've ever used bolt croppers, you know the longer the arms, the bigger lock you can bust through. So we'll put links in the description to these, but all we've got to do now is get these things organized. And for that, because I've got all small items, we're going to go for a small Milwaukee packout box. So this is the compact organizer from Milwaukee. This is their deep box. And we do have inserts that slot into this, as you'd expect by now. We make inserts for every single power toolbox on the market, including the Milwaukee Packout range. We've got inserts in all 9 colours. We make these profiles for every single toolbox that fit perfectly into the boxes. Now, we make all of these in the UK in all 9 colours, and all you have to do is cut around the shapes, peel back foam, and you can make a perfect tool organiser, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now with these tools. If I can fit them all in, that is. So we're going to go for the big tape measure, the pair of scissors, the stripper, the little screwdriver, the Inkzall, and why not my little LED tape as well, the little one. That'll go there. That's my layout sorted. Let me show you how easy it is to cut. So all you need when it comes to cutting shadow foam is one of our cutting kits. Now these come free with most orders at shadowfoam.com. And if you're looking for shadow foam, the website is the best place. I had this question the other day on a live stream. If you don't know, we're doing live streams now every Monday evening. Make sure you tune in. But leading me back, if you want some shadow foam, go to shadowfoam.com. You get the best price there. You also get free cutting kits with most orders. So if you spend a certain amount, you get a free cutting kit. And in this cutting kit is everything you need to cut the foam and make it fit your tools, including the anti-cut gloves, as you can see I've got on here. Now in the kit, you've got a scalpel. You put a sharp blade on it, and then all you do is place your item where you want it to go. Cut around it. You just use the scalpel like a pencil, capturing the silhouette of the shape on the foam. We're not cutting very deep. We're literally just capturing the silhouette. So we're just cutting around it. Once you've gone all the way around, you can take the item out of the way, press down on the foam, and you can see the cut you've made, and then you go back and you just make that cut deeper. So literally that tape measure there is about 25-30 mil deep, so we want to cut down past that point. We want to cut down to about 30-35 mil. The best thing to do is overcut, cut deeper than you need. Once you've done that, you then go back, you stick your finger down like one of the corners, and you basically just hook the end of your finger under a seam, and then you can just feel the foam lifting, and you get another finger down there, and then literally you can peel the foam, and you just kind of chase it along. I've peeled out pretty much 2 layers there, so I can go back and peel out a little bit more just because it's quite a deep tape measure. So it really is that easy. There's nothing more complicated than cut around it, peel back the layers. I will add a finger pull to that, but not before I've cut all of the other items in. So let me do that. I'll do the finger pulls as well, and I'll come back to you when it's finished. So there we go, all cut in and looking smart, you know, as you'd expect. Shadow foam makes it easy, not only to find your stuff, but also to know if something's missing. You know straight away, something's missing. The finger pulls I just do with one of our stencils or a ruler, so that's nothing complicated about that either. Let's just chuck this in the box, and there we go. Nicely organised layer. To be fair, I could put a 30mm on the top of that and have 2 layers of tools in there, but that is pretty smart, I like that. And next job is add the 2 Zoll stocks to my collection, and this makes 45 and 46 Zoll stocks. It's getting there now. This collection started in Germany when I first discovered the Zoll stock, or the 2-meter folding rules. If you don't know what Zoll stock means, Zoll stock is what they call it in Germany. And I'm going to be cutting all of my collection in, my current collection so far, into our JCB toolbox on Monday. So it's Friday now. Straight after this video, when you finish watching it, there's going to be a premiere for the live stream on Monday. We've done a couple of live streams now, and everyone's been loving them. They've been really good. We've had hundreds of people watching me cut foam live and asking questions. So make sure you don't miss it. Join the live stream, get your questions in the chat. We have a good little bit of banter, and I play some darts. If you've ever noticed that I've got a dartboard here, that's because I love a bit of darts, and we play a little bit on stream as well. So make sure you join the live stream on Monday. I'll get the collection all organised. I'll answer any of your questions. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop a comment, because then you're going to be in the mixer for the giveaway. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.